Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Menace Episode 3. As you can see, we're going to be facing Master Cain. It took me quite a bit of time to figure out what you're supposed to do. And once you figure out what it is, it's easy. But figuring it out sure isn't. So, we need to take out some of those fur balls, and then we need to jump over the mines here, land right here.
Ah, Snake Logan! You have proved most troublesome to me, and for that I shall make sure that you die a most painful death. I don't know how you survived all the traps I've laid out for you, but you'll not be escaping from me! I have been waiting a long time for this moment, and I am going to enjoy very much getting rid of you once and for all. Then there will be nothing left to stand in my way! Now you shall see just how good your fighting skills really are.
Alright. We need to jump over this. May take some damage, but that's okay. And thankfully, Master Cain just alternates between standing and ducking. And he always telegraphs whether he's going to go high or low before he shoots. So as a result, you can tell what you need to do before you need to do it. And he always bounces around at 45-degree angles, and he always tries to come towards you, too. So, once you know those two things, you can easily, 1, shoot this guy down, and 2, position yourself so that you're not in a really bad position. Ow. I'll take that hit. Thankfully, I know what I'm doing now. Sometimes he'll do a low shot 3 times in a row. Just watch what he does. And you should know what to do. Hopefully. I'll position myself a little further back, thank you. And from here... Okay. Where is he gonna land? He's gonna land right there. Okay. Let's get over there again. Hey. His health meter is going down slowly, but it's still going down. Thankfully. And I know I'm not talking a whole lot, but I really want to concentrate here. As I do all this. And I'm probably standing a little too close to a mine and Dr. Cain himself. But if I can do things correctly, and by correctly I mean not getting myself horribly maimed, I should be able to do this. Where's he gonna land? Okay. Position yourselves a little close to the thing here. Watch what he does. Hey. Okay, he's gonna land there next. Okay, that's where he's gonna touch down. We've almost got him. And he is down. Thankfully, he does not have a second form at all. And you can just take this guy out. No. Go away, please. Please don't. And for doing all that, we can use these platforms now to get some power-ups, or rather some point pick-up things. I want to keep ducking too, ducking and shooting too. So that way, I can get rid of some enemies that way. And also maybe get out of here. Also, I now have 14 extra points to go along with the 569,300 that I now have. That's kind of weird. And I took a death, but that's all right. We don't have to deal with Master Cain anymore. He won't be in our way anymore. Thankfully. All we need to do now is just shoot these fuzzballs down. And we should be good. And I do have the shard. If you can somehow get all the way to the right here during the battle, you can get some plasma guns, you can get some plasma rifle, and some machine gun ammo. But we're now just getting it for show at this point. And we're done. We just beat Menace Episode 3. Snake carefully walks over to the still body of Cain. But as he approaches, he hears muffled sounds coming from under the metal faceplate and robotic armor of Master Cain.
Ow! Get me out of here!
Snake grabs Cain by the collar and pulls the mask from the face. Snake gasps with surprise. Agent Carmichael?
Yes! Remember me? For Operation Swamp Dog. You and the agency deserted me. I swore I'd get revenge if it was the last thing I did.
No! We thought you had surely been killed by the KGB. We lost contact. I had search and rescue circling the pickup site for longer than was safe. But even if we had deserted you, why did you have to kill all those innocent people? You were insane, Carmichael, and you're coming back with me.
I think not, Mr. Logan. You hear that beeping sound? That is my armor suit, and I have initiated the auto-destruct sequence. No, you are going with me, Snake Logan, straight to heck!
Without another word, Snake turns and runs as fast as he can. Snake dives over an embankment just in the nick of time. Agent Carmichael's suit explodes with blinding fury, destroying everything around him. When the smoke clears, Snake stands up and dusts himself off. Finally, it's over, and Agent Carmichael will not be a threat to this Earth ever again. The supercomputers in the lab having all been destroyed or shut down, the mutant production had been cut to a halt. Snake has seceded, and we are all safe again. For now. Sadly, there was no Menace 2. There was no sequel. Unfortunately. It's a shame, too, because, well, who knows how that would have turned out and what would have happened in that game. But we are done with Menace Episode 3, and here are my thoughts. This is too hard. Really. It is too hard compared to the other two episodes. Pretty good game. I can see why people like it. I do admit I got some enjoyment out of the game. There was some satisfaction at times, especially with Episode 3. But even with how the game is, Episode 3 is way too hard compared to the other two. Episode 1 just had you doing some straight up run and guns and platforming stuff. Episode 2 was hard here and there, with the curve apexing at the ant caves in Ant Town. But Episode 3 was... you had to be very careful what you did in order to get through it. And it is so hard compared to the first two episodes. Good grief. And all those other blank high scores were from my other attempts. There is a thing with the messages that the bosses have. You only get to see them once per playthrough. if you can't even see them again if you load your game. So I had to keep quitting the program and re-entering just so I could ensure a fair fight against Master Cain. Because if I just ended the game from the main menu and then reloaded, I wouldn't be able to get the message at all, and Master Cain would be straight up firing at me as soon as the level began. And I wouldn't know how to react. How high do I jump? Do I need to duck here? It's really confusing. So I had to keep exiting and re-entering the program, re-entering the game, in order to ensure a fair fight when I finally did this recording. And this is true not only of Master Cain, but of all the bosses. You only get to see their message once, and if you play the level again, even if you end the game and reload, you won't get the message again. Interestingly, you can see Dr. Mangle / Elmo Whitecliff's sprite at the end of episode 1 this way. But at least that battle is doable, even then. Master Cain, not so much. And I wish that they fixed that before the game hit retail. I mean, the game was delayed for 2 years. It was supposed to come out in 1991, but it didn't come out until 1993 because they were still messing around with the engine for Goodbye Galaxy, the 4th, 5th, and 6th Commander King games, which that engine would later be used for this. And while it may have came too late, and it may have looked dated for the release day, it still does look pretty good for 91. I should mention. Alright for 93. But at least, well, basically my point is, it's a good game. It's got probably a good cult following to it. Episode 1 is alright. Episode 2 has a little spike in difficulty. Episode 3 was way too hard. I'm surprised I got through it without changing difficulty. And even then, it would have been hard. So, with that out of the way, I'm finally going to mention my thoughts on this game. Graphics are pretty good. They're still the dated EGA style. They were pretty much dated for 1993. Alright for 91. But they're not bad either. The game does look good, despite being an EGA. It doesn't look like a garbled mess. And that's good. Sound and music? Not Robert Prince's best work, but I do like some of it. I do like the first level stage from When You're in Downtown Metro. Circle of Death had some pretty good music too. A few of the episode 3 levels had some pretty cool music too. And while Robert Prince / Bobby Prince, whatever you want to call him, has done better music for bigger games, what's here isn't bad. And the sound isn't that bad either, even if it's just the usual shooting sounds and whatnot, as well as the sounds you get for picking up the power-ups. They're a bit minimalistic, but they're not terrible either. Play control, I got more used to it after I switched to the ZXC arrow keys setup that I used. The default controls, not the best. Thankfully, they can be remapped to whatever buttons you need to put them on, so I just use Z, X, and C for my grenade throwing, firing, and jumping, respectively, and once I did that, everything got a little better. I recommend that setup in case you're having a hard time with Alt, Control, and Enter. And once you play through this game, there's not really much of a reason to play through it again, except to play it at a higher or lower difficulty, and maybe see if you can do better with Episode 3. I own only 2 lives coming into Master Cain. Some people come into it with like 8 or 9. I'm like, how did y'all even do this? So I couldn't use the power-ups, not without losing all my lives when it came to the Master Cain battle, so I just had to find them the hard way. Thankfully, I made it work. And definitely worth picking up. Worth giving a shot. At least. Though, if you're going to play through all the episodes, you're going to be in for a heck of a time with Episode 3. You're probably going to breeze through Episode 1. You'll have your problems here or there with Episode 2. Episode 3 will be a nightmare compared to the first 2 episodes combined. I know I keep reiterating this point, but this is a point worth reiterating. So, all in all, not a bad game. Worth giving a shot. You can get it for free on GOG.com. The link to the Menace page is on every video, including this one, in the description. And it's a free game. Can't really complain. Though you can probably complain about Episode 3. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. Hopefully I'll be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be bad. Maybe it'll be somewhere in between, who knows. This has been Let's Play Menace. This is PrinceWatercress. Take care. Stay safe. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later.